My name is Samuel Baltz. I am the Education Commander of the Ottawa-Carleton Educational Space Simulation. This is the control room, command and control. It's where most of the actual simulation during the mission occurs. It's where we keep our software systems, where we control the flight path of the habitat, and where we solve a lot of the disasters and do a lot of the theoretical work behind what has to happen to solve the disasters. You can see here our engineering software, and we have programmed by our teacher advisor a model of what a spaceship would need in order to power itself. The engineer will sit there and will use the program and know the science behind the program in order to fix problems with the habitat and to launch it's necessary to have the system started up. This computer serves as logs, which is just a text document where you keep all of the information that's necessary for reviewing how the mission went afterwards. This is where the pilot sits. The pilot is arguably the most important member of the mission, simply because this program controls how the habitat actually flies. The pilot has a co-pilot. That's the only station where two people will work together to accomplish the means of the simulation. And it's absolutely crucial that you practice on this station. It's a very difficult station because of the complexity of the software, which is actually a functional model of the solar system. This is our hot lab. It's where the scientific experiments during the mission are conducted. As with any actual space program, SpaceSim attempts to simulate scientific experiments to determine, for example, the effects on people of being in space, or more excitingly on the bodies that we visit, the planetary bodies. We would take, for example, soil samples or take samples of whatever we find there, and we would test it with various chemicals in that box, and you see our test tubes and our isolation hot box, and occasionally we'll be testing for things like signs of life. That's one of the goals of some of our previous missions. And so we require an understanding, in order to properly use this room, of basic chemistry, of what chemicals will yield the reaction that you're looking for. Right, so this is our Longhouse, the room in which the astronauts sleep during the mission, and these are our wooden bunk beds. And each astronaut, each one of the 6 astronauts, is going to get one bunk during the mission, and they have the privacy of a curtain, and the bunks take up the entire room, so you can keep your stuff here, you can keep your homework and your clothes and whatever else you need to take on the mission with you. So it's a sleeping area, and it's also sort of a place for your personal space and for your personal items.